Hello viewers, our today's topic is about knowing basic differences between pandemic, endemic, and the importance of social distancing. Hope you guys will gain knowledge from this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Let's begin. If you turn on the news, go online, or chat with anyone, the topic of coronavirus will almost certainly come up. And the outbreak is really frightening, particularly in heavily populated places. According to data from Worldometers, the virus has killed over 4 million people worldwide as of June 2021. At the end of January, the outbreak was declared a public health emergency of international concern. The World Health Organization declared coronavirus a pandemic, but what does that mean, how does it affect you, and what is the difference between a pandemic and an epidemic? First and foremost, what is a pandemic? The coronavirus epidemic has been upgraded to a pandemic, which may give the impression that the virus is becoming more infectious. But, in the end, whether or not anything is a pandemic is determined by how the virus spreads among people. The term pandemic is derived from the Greek word all people and refers to the fact that the virus has a global influence and can afflict nearly everyone. So, what's the difference between that and an epidemic? COVID-19 infections have already been discovered in several countries, and was declared a pandemic. So, what went wrong? The potential to induce a prolonged infection in various regions around the world is what distinguishes a pandemic from an epidemic. On the other hand, an epidemic is more widespread. It signifies that sickness or disease that is specific to one country or community has become more prevalent. People all over the world are affected by a pandemic. Confused? Here's an illustration. Let's pretend someone traveled to Italy, where the COVID-19 virus is present. If they became infected and returned to the United States, the virus would have spread internationally, as it would have moved from Italy to the United States. However, this is insufficient to cause a pandemic. Virus has to spread among the new population in order to be termed a pandemic. That's exactly what happened. Tourists were infected with the virus while traveling abroad, brought it home, and then spread it to others in their hometown. In other words, people can become infected even if they haven't visited a known infected location. In a pandemic, why is social distance so important? Coronavirus infections are extremely widespread, as seen by the shift from epidemic to pandemic. They're also the reason why social distance, avoiding people who aren't your immediate family, is so vital. Because a pandemic indicates that an infection is likely to spread quickly, self-isolation is the best approach to avoid becoming sick and, if you do become infected, to prevent spreading the virus to others. So, even if it's boring, you should try to spend as much time inside as possible. To help minimize the transmission of the virus, limit your travels out, reserve them for needs like grocery, and stay at least 6 feet away from others. To help eradicate germs, wipe down potentially contaminated surfaces, such as shopping cart handles, with 70% rubbing alcohol. To help destroy the virus, wash your hands thoroughly with soap for at least 20 seconds. What's the good news? You can catch up on scientific documentaries with all that time spent socially separating. Staying inside protects you and your family, and it also means you're helping to keep the epidemic to a minimum, which makes everyone safer. Thanks for watching. Meet you guys in the next video.